So look, if you want to grow your wealth, your income, and increase the amount of time off, then these are the shortcuts that can help. Welcome to the Wealth Creation Podcast. Welcome everybody, it's Dan Latto speaking. Hope you are today. So today's Monday. Welcome to the Business Growth Show. So you might have seen the, the press release that we sent out earlier today. We are now a proud 50% owner of a lettings agency. And so whilst everybody else is running around like the sky is falling down, which it may well fall down, okay? We're not going to deny that might happen, but while we're worrying that the sky might fall down and all of this kind of thing, we're actually out working to secure some new businesses, one of which we secured just last week, and we got everything signed up and sealed and delivered just on Friday there. And we are now the proud owner of a letting agency based in Leeds. Now, this is not my first lettings agency. We used to own one which we sold about 10 years ago, and we got rid of that for personal reasons. It was connected to my ex-partner in terms of emotional connection rather than being a director of any kind. But it just needed to go. We were living in the UK, and I had a connection to the letting agency through them, and so it just needed to go, and that's why we got rid of it. But I always knew that I'd come back and probably get another lettings agency. And let me just see what we're on Business Growth Show. Let me put the right banner up. So I always knew that we'd buy another lettings agency, or we'd get access to another lettings agency, and that's exactly what's happened. So very proud to be a 50% shareholder with Joe Fox, who's a wonderful person. I'm very happy and pleased to be in business with Joe because I've seen some of the work that she's done, which is amazing. And it's interesting because I've known Joe for a number of years now, and we actually did all their marketing for them, and we could see the real benefit of what some additional resources would do to that business. And so we've already updated the website. We've already started on the SEO work. We've already created some extra content just to get the content out there. I'm laughing, by the way, internally, because just you can't see it, but walking around my camera was a little green fly, and I thought it was going to go on the lens. So if you've got any questions, happy to answer them. In terms of what the plan is with the lettings agency is to grow the lettings agency, obviously, to acquire more either properties to go into that lettings agency, or we're also looking for more letting agencies up and down the country to acquire them as well. So if you know anybody that's looking to sell one, or if you've got a property, a lettings agency that you're looking to sell as well, then just hit me up, let me know what you've got, because we'd be very interested in that. Also, if you've got a property in Leeds that you want to get rid of, or you want to let it out, then let us know about that as well. It's just a very interesting acquisition. We've got a number of things going through this year. I know a lot of people are writing off 2020 as being the year that, everything stopped. And actually, I don't think I've ever been busier, quite frankly. Lettings are going fine. Tenants are going fine, surprisingly. We've got 2 empty right now, but we've got viewings lined up. Now the lockdown looks like it's being released. That will release that a bit more, make life a bit easier there as well. But we've got 2 empty where people have had to go back. And they're still in contract as well, and we're still paying rent. So it's, it's a bit of a problem, but not too much of a problem. We've got business acquisition still going on. We've got the purchase of a building company, a construction firm down in the southeast, which we're looking to buy, which has got a £2 million turnover. That should have completed in April. It might complete in May, but it's probably going to look like June. But who knows? We're going to try and close on that as fast as possible. But now is the time to start buying, start acquiring stuff. So someone just put great collaboration. I don't know who that was, by the way, so thank you, whoever that was. It doesn't come up on my named thing there. But now's the time to start acquiring stuff. Now's the time to not contract. Like, at first we contracted. We let some team members go in our digital marketing agency. We've just taken them back on because we're back to full capacity on a digital marketing agency again, which is amazing. So we had to let them go for 3 or 4 weeks, and they're back on and working like they were before. So that's really good. We've got, so we went and contracted first of all, which was absolutely the right thing to do. And Grant Cardone contracted massively. He took on 42 new staff. He let them go instantly. He's got a big office that's empty. We don't really do big offices. We don't have large expenditure in terms of stuff going out because we just don't like that. It's not how we operate. You've got 2 big expenses in business, people and property. If you can remove the property expense, that works very well. Companies are only just learning that right now because of lockdown. Coronavirus is forcing everyone to work at home, and companies are going, oh, that's a good idea. We've been doing that for years, and it's totally the right thing to do. One of the things that used to bother me when I was much, much younger is people go, have you got an office? And you'd be like, oh, and you'd be kind of shrinking a little bit because you didn't have an office. And now it's the best thing not to have an office. You can have meetings in fancy hotels, not that any are open right now, but you could when they were open. And that for me is how you should be running a business, keeping everything as low cost as possible, keeping tight management controls over that money. Tighter financial controls will really help your business, especially in this climate. But once you've contracted and you know exactly where you are and things have settled down a little bit, then it's time to expand. That's exactly what we're doing. So a very short one today because my laptop's going to overheat with the sun. It's like 28 degrees today. The pool's looking a lot bluer. That was my own task, my goal, by the way. Going back 2 months ago, it was like Shrek's swamp. It was that green, but now it's kind of swimmable, in fact. And it's getting much warmer here. So I noticed the UK is going down in temperature and we've gone up in temperature. My shiny hedge is going to start going red if I stay out too long. But contraction during a period like this is natural, and it's natural to feel like that, and it's also natural to feel lost. But also, once you've gone through the contraction, you get a better feel as to where you should be in business. Then it's time to expand and see what expansion you can actually take out and be successful with. I think that's really important. And then the third part of this here is to stop watching the news and Facebook and other people's shitty opinions. I got called, what did I get called? Oh, I got called something this morning from a Muppet. And I was just like, you're on my friends list. So we unfriended them. Normally I'd tell them to where to go. We didn't. We just unfriended them this time. But it's like this idea of listening to other people's ideas and concepts about what's going on. Stop doing that. Stop listening to me. Stop listening to Grant Cardone and Gary Vee and Lord Sugar, and stop watching The Apprentice and get off Facebook and stop reading the Guardian and the Times newspaper and get out and speak to people and solve people's problems and grow your business. That's it. That's the bottom line. We've got multiple cash flows coming in from different places, and that's increasing as we speak. We've got the construction industry business that hopefully might complete this month or next month. Should be a bit of cash coming through from that. We've got the lettings agency, a bit of cash coming through that at some point. That's more of a slow burner because we want to build it up rather than using it to take cash out. We want to build that business up, and more than likely all the cash is just going to go straight back into that business. But we've got this opportunity right now, while everyone else is panicking, to do something really awesome and to take over other people's businesses, to help other people, to grow their business, to help the employees in that business, to not worry about where the business is going because there's someone coming in to help them. And so right now, that's what your job should be. Get off the news, get off social media, start speaking to people, start solving problems, and start building up additional income streams so that when you look back at 2020, this is not the year of lockdown, folks. I ain't going to be remembering the lockdown. And if I do, it'll be happy memories of playing with my kid and taking over businesses. Whereas other people's version of a lockdown is panicking, sticking to the news 24 hours a day. That's not going to help you at all. It's just really going to do the opposite. And I need you to get out of that, start looking for stuff that you can buy, that you can team up with. We just had another conversation this morning with somebody we know very well about a potential new business where we split it a third, and a third. And we get paid on sales, and we're going to do all the marketing for that business. But we would only do that because we think that business has got legs, and we're competent and confident in our ability to do the marketing. So we've got all sorts of stuff in the pipeline. I've got like 5 or 6 further phone calls. I've done 2 already this morning, and I've got 5 or 6 further phone calls to get in. We're back to back. We are out there looking at businesses, speaking to people and seeing what value we can add. Because as a digital marketing agency, for example, we've got this resource just sat there waiting to go out and market other people's businesses. And either they pay us to do the marketing, or we take a share in their business and we get money on what they then sell. It's a wonderful way of doing it. There's more than one way to skin a cat here. And it's just about thinking outside the box and not being stuck because of lockdown and these limited ways. If you watch what everyone else is doing, you're going to fail. Because not everyone else is doing this stuff. Everyone else is watching the news I saw the pictures this morning, everyone going back to work. Absolutely crazy. Putting life and limb at risk because they haven't got an income stream. Should be going out and making multiple income streams so that you never have to worry about this ever again. Okay. Listening carefully, said somebody. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you've got any questions, then come and join us in the mastermind group. Come and find me online. It's on my banner if you're not in the mastermind group already. But there's lots of things that you could be doing right now. Get yourself out there, start finding other people's businesses to align yourself with, find out what value you can add to them, and talk to them and ask them, do you need extra resource? Is there a method that I can come in and help your business and get a percentage in return? In 10 years' time, I don't know what's going to happen with the lettings agency, but imagine in 10 years' time, we've got 50 offices or 10 offices, and each office makes £200 a month. That's £2,000 a month. And some people will go, what's the point in doing that for £2,000 a month? That's one business. You might have another business and another business and another business. That's the whole point of multiple streams of income. That's why we're doing it, and now is the time to do it. Hope that's useful. We'll catch up with you on Wednesday. Need to find a way to stop my laptop melting, otherwise it won't work. But we'll catch up with you on Wednesday. Have a good week. Hey, it's Dan here. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Please click like or subscribe to the entire podcast.